welcome along to a windy day at Blyton. The last time I went racing, I wasn't as sharp as I could be. I've not done a lot of trying to go really fast this year, and basically I've got a bit of skills fade, and the sharp edges that I should have, they have faded somewhat. And so what I've managed to do is blag onto one of the Trackmaster groups here at Rapid, and instead of me guessing what I'm doing and trying to fix it myself, I'm roping Liam Delves, our pet BSB rider, into shadowing me and coaching me how to actually go quicker. So after session one, we've come into the cafe, sat down, relaxed a little bit, and Liam has run me through the Trackmaster logbook. Basically, in here, we're not going to give away all the secrets, but there is like 10 criterias that affect how quickly you can go around a racetrack. And so we've scored me on all of the criteria in here, and we've picked out the two things that are stopping me going quicker at the moment. Basically, we prioritised the thing that will give me the biggest advantage going forwards. And so for the next session, I can tell you what it is. Basically, my lines aren't particularly good for the speed I'm going at. And the irony is I've done 1 million laps around Blyton, but now I'm trying to go faster. It's affecting my lines, and because I'm trying to go fast, all of a sudden my lines are going wrong. And so what I'm going to do for the next session is go out and try and really concentrate on getting the lines right, and that should bring me for some more speed because I'll be in the correct place on the track so I can get the apex right, get the throttle open and go faster.
So the first session was good from Dave, fast, late on the brakes. Wasn't much to say, but definitely just needed tweaking a little bit. So we knocked the pace back a little bit. Just been focusing on his lines really, and getting him to use the power of the bike where he can, instead of taking the old 600 liners now, more taking relevant lines to the bike that he's on.
Yeah, one of the things I was definitely doing first session, because I was trying to go fast, was I was braking late, because that's generally where I'm quite good, and that was affecting my corner entry, which meant the big advantage of big bike is getting the throttle open and driving off the corner and making your speed down the straight, and I wasn't particularly good at doing that. Yeah, so we've dialed a little bit of speed back, braked a bit earlier, and really concentrated on getting the line and using a bit more of the side of the tyre to get the drive off the corner. And that session was better, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Even from just the first session to the third, the build-up of speed coming out of the corners are a lot better, a lot smoother, more flowing than what it was before. He is good on the brakes, by the way. Don't take it for granted. He is quite pretty good. Don't just take his word for it. But yeah, he's knocked it back a bit, got all the lines sorted, so he's just building confidence now on that side of the tyre and getting more confident, building up to it every time.
Yeah, so we've got a little bit to work on in the next couple of sessions, but we are definitely making progress, because already that's the comfiest I've felt going fast this year. And so, yeah, a bit more riding, and we're getting even better. So full disclosure and honesty, I work for Rapid, and so this is a little bit promotional, but I honestly do believe that the Trackmaster system will improve my riding. Otherwise I wouldn't be putting in a load of time and effort spinning around with Liam, trying to go quicker with him. And so far it's working, because I'm riding smoother, I'm riding easier, and I'm getting faster. And so, yes, I'm a little bit biased, but really, I do actually believe that we've got a good product here. The proof is in the pudding when it comes to going quickly on a motorbike, and the quickest I've ever been around this circuit was in the last session before lunchtime, working on the bits that Liam got me to do earlier. And basically, I'm just really concentrating on actually getting my lines right, not rushing my entries, so I'm braking a little bit earlier. And my entries now are much cleaner, so I can run a little bit more entry speed, because I'm not concentrating on getting the brake off so much. I can trail the brake off nicely into the corner, run a bit more corner speed, and more importantly, because I'm hitting my markers, I can pick the throttle up and drive off the corner so much nicer, and it all feels in control, which is quite important compared to when I was pulling my bum out this morning a second a lap quicker, and felt completely in control in that session. And I did quite a few laps basically doing the same lap time, going, I can keep doing this, and it's faster and it's in control, and I feel like I've got a bigger safety margin. And so yes, the proof is in the pudding, we are going faster. And so this afternoon we're going to work on a couple of other little details and see if we can go even faster again. Right, the first session after lunch is always a little bit interesting because you've sat down, you've had some food, you've chilled a bit, and so the first couple of laps I realised I was beginning to rush a bit too much, and so that thing in your head of actually understanding what you're doing, which is one of the big things we have here at Rapid, is we're not telling you what to do, it's coaching, so it's making sure you understand what you're doing so you can make the decision. And I realised that I was rushing into my entries and messing up my exits a little bit, so I pegged it back a little bit, and I was really concentrating on, as soon as I got sort of past my apex point, just as soon as I got on the throttle, instead of being on a maintenance line just holding it, I was, as soon as I'm just trying to build it on the side of the tyre, so that when I'm trying to do the big exit drive, when I begin to get the bike up, I've already got a bit more momentum, and just basically utilising the side of the tyre a little bit more. And I think it was better, but let's see what Liam thinks.
His exit drive now is so much better to what he was before. He's really now getting that exit drive, getting the right bike stood up and getting the line right, which is good. Just a few areas he needs to work on now. He's just two corners where now you're relying more on the front end. It's just where I'm gaining him a bit, where before it was more exit drive, but he's sorted that now. So hopefully he can get the front end a bit more confidence building on there.
Working on my corner entry and like mid corner, and basically building up the trust in the front and using the front of the bike a bit more effectively. And the way I was doing it was really concentrating on braking markers, my brake on and then my brake off marker. I was pretty confident with my turning points anyway, but just making sure that I actually let go of the brake at the right time, and just so really nailing brake on, brake off, and really working on the corner entry. And I think I'm adding it all together. So we've got one more session to see if I really nailed this. Got a sweat on. The last session I thought, right, I want to dig in again and see what I can do now with the new skills. So compared to this morning, the fastest lap was a second faster, so I've done that lap time earlier in the day as well, but the back tyre is done in that bike now, so it's been thoroughly good fun getting it spinning everywhere and generally enjoying basically going fast on the bike. But the difference is now I can do that lap time consistently. I can get within a couple of tenths basically lap after lap, because I've detailed my riding, it's faster, but it's also under control more, and so that was pretty good. I will admit, the quicker I was pushing, it might not be quite as clean, and so sometimes I need to keep telling myself to actually pull it back a tiny bit and you'll go just as fast, but that was good fun. But I suppose what we ought to really do is actually find out what Liam says about it. So then, Liam, how was that? Give it to me straight.
Yeah, so last session for Dave, from this morning to what it is now, like night and day. Got the rear spinning up, sliding, lines are absolutely bang on now. Faster and smoother, definitely, yeah. So we've really polished it up, and his riding's looking a lot better now, so well done to Dave.
So okay, I am maybe a little bit biased, but honestly, that has improved my riding no end today. Like, the lap times prove it, and also I'm just smoother, I am faster, I'm more consistent, and that's come from coming somewhere where I can concentrate on just riding better. I've got somebody who's really good at seeing what I'm doing, conveying it to me, and actually working out how I can detail it and make it better. So if you want to be a better, faster, smoother rider, jump onto rapidtraining.co.uk, and whether it's road or track, we can make you better. It's made me better, but now I feel like it's time to sit down and have a drink. Thanks for watching. Join me again next time for some more motorbike fun.